Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video here on this channel. My name is Jola and today I'm going to react to the latest release from Coke Studio Pakistan, which is Maghron La, and it's performed by the Sabri sisters and Rozeo. Looking really forward to react to this. Prior to this reaction, I also saw a couple of trailers of the song and they were all very bold and colorful. So many flower arrangements. Again, a courtyard was shown in this little trailer. Really excited for this. As we're going to have again a big contrast compared to 2 a.m., which I think left so many of us so speechless, especially when it came to the lyrics, because they had so much meaning behind them. At the first glimpse, I wasn't exactly sure which language the song is going to be. Judging by the comments, this song is again in Punjabi. Is that the case here? So that means so far we've been having a Sindhi song and 2 Punjabi performances. One small little detail I noticed when I was just seeing the thumbnail, and especially when comparing the 3 thumbnails we've been having this season so far, all of the thumbnails have a different font of the song title. And I think in the previous seasons it was all the same. There was like one font which was being used for all the videos, but here we've been seeing 3 different fonts so far. And the one for this one I find quite interesting because we see little hearts in the A. I found this a fun little detail, and I feel like this gives also a small direction of the song. Love, maybe, because I sadly don't know what Maghron La means, so I'm guessing it's once again a song about love. When it comes to the artists, we have the Sabri sisters. I think I've heard their name before, and maybe I even watched a video of them at one point in the past. So I'm really wondering at this point if I can recognize their voices. They're a Sufi duo. And then we have the male performer Rozeo, who's a Pakistani singer and songwriter, also rapper apparently. So it's going to be interesting how Sufi and contemporary rap probably get combined once again. To be honest, I love these kind of combinations, and I feel like I've been mentioning this in every single video where we have this kind of cases, because it just shows again how music, even in its genres, can unite, and it's simply beautiful to see. Even though I do not listen to a lot of rap music, I have to be honest, I still find it amazing how you can always sneak them in somehow and it still works out. So at this point, I'm really curious how the song is going to be. I expect a more colorful, upbeat, and energetic performance. And I wonder what Maghron La means, what the topic is about, what kind of story this song is going to tell us, also with its visuals, because flowers can represent so many different things in various cultures. Often flowers are really important during a wedding, especially with the color yellow. So could be that it's like a mehndi scene, for example. I'm really looking forward to see lots of flowers, lots of different kind of flowers. Really looking forward to watch this now. I talked enough, so let's go ahead.
Coke Studio, Season 15.
Ooh. Stunning. She's a bride, right? Mm-hmm. Love the like older theme mixed into.
ਅੱਜ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਚਿਕਨਾ ਤੇ ਟੈਂਡੀ ਫਟੋਰ ਨਵਾਂ ਅਗਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਮਗਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਗੱਡ ਗੱਡ ਹਿੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਚਾਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਿ ਵੱਧ ਕੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਦਿਲ ਬੋਲੇ ਚਲੇ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਖਿਚਲਾਵਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਟੈਚੀ ਹਾਂ ਬਾਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ I like it ਹਾਰਟ on my sleeve ਜਿਵੇਂ ਚੂੜੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈ ਤੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਜੀ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਨਿਕਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟੰਗਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਫਿਰ ਫਲੁੱਡੀ ਛੁੱਡੀ ਪਾਈਏ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰੋ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਤੱਕ ਸੱਜ ਕੇ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਮਿਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਦਾਂਬਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੱਕਦੇ ਕੱਲ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕੱਲ ਤੇ ਬਕਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਜੀ ਜਾਨ ਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ
Ah, okay, so she's pregnant. Okay. Stunning. So it looks like we have different kind of situations. Like a bride apparently and a pregnant woman. Oh yeah, the exchange of rice. Stunning. These guys in the back, they looked a little bit more vintagey to me in the trailer. Punjabi theme, and of course the beautiful dances. Wow. I have to quickly wrap up this video because the sun is now coming in my face. I didn't order the sun today, but well, we have to work with it. First of all, massive special shout out to Hashim Ali, who's not only the production designer, he's also the art director and is also responsible for the set design with his team. This guy and his team, they've been killing it ever since they've been on Coke Studios in season 14. Each and every single video is just so aesthetically pleasing. I'm someone who really likes aesthetic pleasing videos, beautiful videos with lots of details and especially a lot of color. It just makes me happy. I don't know, my heart feels so warm when I see his work and the dedication that goes behind it and the knowledge. I also follow him on Instagram, which is also great because he often talks about his work and what went into his work besides the BTS videos. So it is such a pleasure to see his work and for him to have this kind of freedom of creativity and for having the trust in the team to let him create all these amazing sets. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. With this set, of course, we saw so many flowers, and I doubt that these were fake flowers. I think these were real flowers. So you can only imagine how amazing it must have smelled at the set. That's just a random thought that came to my mind. How good is that? I loved how we once again had this little courtyard, this little part of a city. We still were able to see so many different kind of scenes, so many different everyday scenes. We had the barbershop where Rozeo started his part, which was also very cool to see. We saw wedding preparations. We saw how Mandy was being painted on the hands of the women. Of course, Mandy is not necessarily worn for weddings exclusively. For example, Mandy is also worn for Eid or other important milestones in the life of someone. But it looked like more like a wedding preparation, because on one palm you could see the bride, on the other palm there was the groom. So I assume this was for a wedding. The Mandy ceremony, which also has a lot of flowers. And we had also the scenes of a flower market and this pregnant woman, which also looked like she's having a celebration. So I'm wondering what the significance is here. Personally, I do not know any specific South Asian celebration during the pregnancy of a woman that has like a little bit of more traditional context. I mean, these days, a lot of people are doing baby showers. I'm not sure if that's common in Pakistan these days as more of a Western trend. So I'm wondering if there's more traditional celebration during the pregnancy in the Punjab culture. We also saw the exchange of the rice, which I think I have seen before. I don't know if it was in a Nepali wedding or somewhere else, but it looked familiar, but I couldn't really connect the dots of where it was and which culture. Overall, I really loved the theme of the song and its message behind it. I think there were a lot of details that could go in lots of different directions with how you could interpret the song. But from what I could pick up, definitely it was about empowerment, and it was a celebration like of all kinds, the celebration of yourself, which I really loved. Also to kind of free yourself from the shackles that hold you down and to break free from your worries, which I think is always an important reminder that we shouldn't drown ourselves in worries, because drowning yourself in your worries is sometimes easier than breaking free from it. And it's beautiful to always see this reminder and to see a song with this kind of message. The description of the song, later I found the translation in the song was, like the translation says, I don't utter a bitter word, I carry within the sweetness of a dessert. This is again something you don't really say in my culture, for example, but it makes sense. You'd rather be sweet than bitter. I mean, we don't want to walk around in our lives being bitter all the time. We should be the dessert, the sweet dessert, be more positive about things in life. Now that I've been reading it over and over, it just feels even more sweet and even more wholesome at this point. It's actually a cute way to describe it. Also, one line that really spoke to me was, I'm happy in my own skin, why despair? Which is also one thing I think a lot of people struggle with, myself included. I'm really honest here. It also reminds you again to stop comparing yourself to other people, which I think is also something that can happen so easily, which we shouldn't do, and which can keep us from so much happiness and so much growth. So I'm happy in my own skin, why despair? Beautiful, beautiful. Like, there were a lot of lines which I found as itself really beautiful. I think if you can translate them even in lots of other different ways and also can interpret them, interpret. English said no today. You know what I mean? In lots of different ways. And I think this is always something beautiful. When I also see reactions from other people, how they view these kind of lyrics and what their point of view is. I really loved that straight away from the beginning you knew this is gonna be a Punjabi performance because you had this typical Punjabi theme coming at you very slowly, which told you straight away this is gonna be bombastic and it's gonna be Punjabi. Really amazing how it also carried along the whole song, which kind of felt like, again, this blend of a more traditional theme with the modern music, but then again we had the traditional instruments floating around during the performance. Not necessarily something groundbreaking new, but to be honest, it always works. As the song was very upbeat, very colorful, with these very encouraging lyrics, I feel like this is gonna be a very popular song from this season. When I had a glimpse at the comments, a lot of people said this is going to be played at so many weddings, and I cannot deny that. Sounds like a very empowering wedding song. Not like your typical song about love, but also about the self-love, which is also very important. And I can see so many videos, especially on TikTok, of people dancing to it. Actually, when is the wedding season in Pakistan or in Punjabi culture? Is it coming up? I loved how much was happening in this particular video. I mean, there was so much happening. I definitely have to rewatch to like really get a glimpse of actually what happened, because we've seen, okay, now the sun is getting a bit crazy, but we have seen dances, saw tons of beautiful mehndi, we saw flower arrangements, we saw celebrations, we saw brides, everyday kind of scenes. I feel like this is also once again showing the true colors of Punjab, the culture, the people, like we had in the first video of the season, Aayi Aayi, which showed the culture of these Sinti people and their stories and their music, their language and their people. Okay, I'm going to sit now in the full sun. Why not? Anyways, yeah, this was pretty fun, to be honest. Loved the lyrics especially, and the set and the music. I'm really surprised now what happened here. So it's gonna be interesting what is coming up next, what kind of story we're going to hear the next time when we're sitting here for reaction. I had a lot to say and I hope you also enjoyed my reaction. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I love reading your comments. I highly appreciate your comments because I learn so much through the comments. It's amazing that we can have this kind of exchange. I really, really appreciate all of you and I hope I will see you in the next video. And until then, stay happy and stay healthy. Bye.